Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the online class. So, today we are moving to the end, going to end the chapter, right? So, we'll see again. I will ask the same thing that you do, you know the answers. Fill in the consonants to complete the word, okay? You have to fill in the blanks with the words and you have to complete the words, the missing letter of the particular word, okay? So here we have finished up to it is said how sometimes sometimes pets choose their own owner, right? So in this chapter up to now we have seen only that, okay, and we have seen that how law belonged to the Sandy, right? How? Because Mr. Dotsworth was he fed up with the activity of Lob that he always come from the miles, okay, come from miles, crossing that miles, and he come to Sandy, and by looking that, Mr. Dotsworth thought that now it's better to give Sandy this dog as a gift because he was also busy in his own work and he was not able to give the proper care to the dog. That's why he decided what? He decided that let's give the dog to this girl Sandy, and so that they can spend their time together. And also, we have seen how they were spending time together. Like, Love was favorite to everyone, but Love's favorite was Sandy, and he used to spend time with her, and was roaming here and there behind her. And even after, like while sleeping, he used to sleep near Sandy. One day, what happened? Auntie, he wanted, means she wanted Auntie Rebecca that to come this Sandy to her own place because Uncle Hoskins were not at the house, and so she called her to be there in the house for the evening time. And one day, what happened? A truck driver was there, okay? A truck driver was there whose brake got jammed, and afterward, the truck lost the control and hit the wall of post office, right? Hit the wall of the post office where this Sandy Penningley was stood, okay? And he hit, and what happened? The truck gave a thrust, crashed, and a very dangerous hit to the girl. And what happened then? Yeah, what happened then is that she went to the hospital, and the girl who hit by the truck was Sandy Penningley, okay, and she was hurt in such so bad that her bones must be have broken, or maybe she would alive this. And this news was given by some of the neighbors of that Aunt Rebecca where she was going, okay. Now everyone is in the hospital, okay, and they are just waiting where this girl is, okay, and they are just heading, like Jean Penningley and Bert Penningley was the father and mother of Sandy Penningley, and they just reached, and Aunt Rebecca also knew that the truck driver was caught by the policeman, and they were just heading towards the hospital to see that Sandy Penningley, okay. As we have also seen that all were in the room and all, and they were just waiting for any miracle, okay. Oh, if only I had never invited the poor child, wailed Mrs. Hawkins. The Aunt Rebecca said that, oh, if I have not called her, then obviously the accident must not be took place, and because I have called, that's the only reason why the accident happened, and she got injured badly. That night seemed to last forever. That night was totally hard for everyone because it was so long and it was so miserable that nobody was able to overcome that time. And everyone thought that it is going to last forever. The twins cried themselves to sleep. Okay, now the twins were crying like they wanted to sleep and all. Dawn came home very late because they were of 3 years old, and Dawn were of 12 years old. Bert and Jean sat in a waiting room of the Western Counties Hospital. The hospital name was Western Counties Hospital. But Sandy was unconscious and there was no law. And now everywhere Sandy got, but Lob is nowhere. We cannot find Lob anywhere. They cannot find Lob anywhere. Now at noon next day, Dad and Mrs. Travers went to Pennickley Cottage to inquire how Sandy was doing, but the report was gloomy, still in a very serious condition now because of that drug um, speed and all, because she got hit by the truck even, right? She got hit by the truck and she is in very dangerous condition, serious condition. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Travers also went there to see whether the condition of that girl was okay or not. Now, the Western Counties Hospital is a large one, but by that afternoon it became noticeable that a dog seemed to have taken up position outside the hospital with the fixed intention of getting in. Now, the hospital was too big, but a dog was at the gate, or we can say the entry of the gate, and he was trying to get into he was just finding a way to get into the hospital. Okay, he fixed his intention to get into the hospital, but sometimes he would get a little way inside but firmly turned out again. Sometimes the guard at the main entrance offered him a bit of sandwich, but he never ate the sandwich, as he wanted to go inside the hospital but he was scared, maybe, or maybe he was having some feeling, having some regrets or whatever he must be feeling. He never, he didn't went inside the hospital. He was just standing there. He wanted to go inside but he was not able. Even the watchman, even the guard offered him what? Sandwich, but he refused to take that sandwich to he refused to eat that. At tea time, Granny Pierce came through the pouring rain to bring a flask of hot tea to her daughter and son-in-law. No, now Jean Pennegley की जो ममा है, okay, Pierce, Granny Pierce, okay, like नानी सैंडी पेनेगले की, है ना, शी केम आउट और लाइक इन द पोरिंग रेन, लाइक बारिश हो रहा था ना, वहाँ से वो होते हुए कहाँ आई? हॉस्पिटल आई. एंड व्हाट शी ब्रॉट हॉट टी इन अ फ्लास्क. यू नो अबाउट द फ्लास्क, लाइक मिल्टन का जो फ्लास्क वगैरह होता है, वैसा फ्लास्क में शी ब्रॉट व्हाट? टी, hot tea for daughter and son-in-law. Why, bless me, exclaimed old Mrs. Pierce. That's Lob here. Lob, Lobby boy, come here. Lob ran to her, winning. Like जैसे तैसे in a very exciting way, this dog was finding a way to get inside the hospital now, but there was not, he didn't find a way. And now what happened? Now he wanted to be back into the hospital and he took the help of that granny, and granny recognized him, and she said that, oh Lob, you are there, come right here. And now Lob ran to her, winning. I'm sorry, madam, you can't bring that dog here in here, the guard said. Now, what the guard said? The guard said that, no, sorry, madam, but you are not allowed to take this pet inside the hospital. Mrs. Pierce was a very determined old lady. Determined means very, like she wanted, if she said something, she will do that. Okay. Now, see here, young man. That dog has walked 20 miles from St. Killen to get my granddaughter, and he ought to have his rights. He ought to get to see her. Do you know? She went on, bristling. That dog has walked the length of England twice to be that girl, and you think you can keep him out of with your filing rules and regulations. Now she was totally determined, like जो बोलना है वो बोलती थी, very like very rash and all, सच ही बोलती थी, but वो बात बहुत ही लाइक करवा हो सकता है ना, वैसा वो बोल रही हैं, किसे, गार्ड को बोल रही हैं कि लुक, you know, this dog came from all the way from a very 20 miles, and you will stop this dog, your rules and regulation will stop this dog. No, I don't think so, because ये डॉग काफ़ी दूर चल के आया है जस्ट टू सी माई ग्रैंड डॉटर, जस्ट टू सी माई ग्रैंड डॉटर. आई नो, ओके, योर रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस will not stop, and this dog, this lob, has the right to see my granddaughter, and you will allow him. Finally, the medical officer relented. It's strictly against every rule, but as it's such a serious case, we are making an exception, he said to her quietly, but only for a moment or two. Now, the officer came there, okay, medical officer came because she started to making an argument at the gate, hospital gate, because the guard didn't allow her to bring that pet inside the hospital. And it is obvious, right? You cannot bring your pet into the hospital or somewhere in the office and all, okay? It is restricted that you cannot bring your own pet, okay? Now what happened, medical officer came there in the hospital and he said that it is beyond the rule, but if you will, you cannot, means I will allow you to bring this pet into the hospital, but do not say anything, okay? He said very quietly, धीरे से उसके कान में बोला that you are not allowed, but अगर आप इसे ले जाना चाहती है तो 1-2 मिनट के लिए ही ले जा सकती हैं, है ना, उससे ज़्यादा I cannot allow you. Without a word, Law followed Granny Pierce. Now they were allowed, and this Lob get inside into the hospital. He was following Granny Pierce. They walked to Sandy's room. Bert and Jean were inside. Everything was terribly quiet. There was a narrow bed with a lot of gadgets around it. Sandy lay there, very still. All Lob's attention was riveted on the bed. Lob let out a faint whine, anxious and pleading. Now, what happened? When Lob reached there, a dog, because we know this dog cannot express their own feeling with what, like us, when we used to say words and all, okay, in our words we used to express our feelings. Now dog, or usually the pet, cannot express their own feeling, but they also have feeling. While seeing his master, his owner, into the bed in a very serious condition, he was shocked, he was worried also, he was anxious, like what to do, and he was also pleading that please get well soon too. At the sound of the wine, wine means क्या होता है? Just to shake the body, okay? हफना जिसको बोलते हैं, okay? Sandy stirred just a little. She sighed, her eyes opened, looking at the door. Now what happened? When the sound came, okay, of the dog, Lob, Sandy make a movement and she looked at the door. And what she found? She found Lob there. Lob, she murmured. Lobby boy. Sandy moved her left arm, the one that was not broken. Okay, one hand was not broken, and she moved that arm and let her hand dangle down as she always did in the morning for Lob's furry head, just to touch the furry head of the dog. Okay, when if you have a dog, you will, what you will do, you will just touch the head of that fairy head of your dog. Annie Pierce and Long moved to the beside. She looked at the smile on her granddaughter's face as the grouping fingers found Lob's wet ears and gently pulled them. Good boy, whispered Sandy and fell asleep again. Now, this was the really touched moment of this chapter, okay, and where they were not able to express anything, but it said everything, right? One was helpless, and one was in the bed. One cannot do anything for his own owner, and one is like she cannot love Lob, and both were helpless. Granny Pierce led Lob out into the passage again. There he ran off swiftly down the stairs. Bert and Jean had come out into the passage. Now, as the medical officer said, what? That you are not allowed to bring your pet inside. If you want, you have to bring it back quick. Listen, mother, said Bert. Lob was killed by the same truck that hit Sandy. Dawn found him. He was dead. Down rolled a half mile out to sea and sank the dog with a lump of concrete tied to his collar. Poor old boy. Sank him at the sea. Then what? Slowly, old Mrs. Peirce and then the other two turned to look at the trail of the dripping wet footprint that led down the hospital stairs. So, it was not the real Lob came to see. Um, After visiting Sandy, he went down through the passage gully, okay, down the hospital, and then what happened? Like this grandma took the dog there, and then after, when the grandma was in the passage, okay, what they Bert Pennigley, okay, Bert Pennigley said that, mom, mother, you know what? Lob was killed by the same truck, okay, who hit the who hit whom? Sandy Pennigley, okay, and he got hit by the same truck and he got died there. And Dawn was there who found the Lob, and he took that Lob into the sea, okay, रोड मीन्स नाव चलाकर, ओके, समुद्र के बीच में जाकर उसे वहाँ क्या किया, वहाँ पे उसे मीन्स दफना दिया या फिर उसे डुबा दिया, सो दैट इट विल ड्रोन अवे इनटू द लाइक flow away into the river, sea water, okay. And all the collar, the जो भी उस और उसे मीन्स उसे जो टाइड कॉलर उसका होता है ना, उसे वहाँ पे जाके डुबा दिया. Sank him at sea? Then what? Now the mother is asking that what happened. Slowly old Mrs. Pierce and the other two turned to look at the trail of dripping wet footprint that led down the hospital stairs. Now they were just seeing कि अरे अभी कौन आया था then, okay, and they just turned back, and what they found, they only found what, remember when Sandy kept the hand over the head of Lob, she felt some wet ears ना, wet ears, remember, and जब वो जा रहा है तो उसके पाँव से क्या जा रहा है, पानी जा रहा है ना. It means what? It was not the real Lob, it was something else which came to see Sandy Pennigley, okay. And in the Pennigley's garden there have a stone under the palm tree. It says Lob, Sandy's dog, okay. And what is said, वहाँ पे क्या लिखा हुआ है, उसके गार्डन में एक स्टोन है, उस स्टोन पे क्या लिखा हुआ है, लॉब सैंडीज डॉग बरीड एट सी. ये लिखा हुआ है कि जो सैंडी का डॉग था वो कहाँ है, बरीड अंडर द सी में वो बरीड है, okay. And this beautiful chapter is written by Joan Aiken, okay. So I think it was really hard to read this last paragraph for me. Hope you have understood the chapter well. Actually, if you want, you can read the chapter, increase the speed of the video, and just watch the entire video, okay. So this is all about today, okay. I hope you have understood the chapter well. Now I think we should continue this reading part, okay. So on the basis of your understanding of the text, tick the most appropriate answer. Okay, you have to do this. You just read this after listening the whole chapter. Now you can give your answers, the correct options in the comment section. The Penigly family had no say in choosing of Lob because why? Just have a look on the answer options and correct the correct one. The reader realizes that Sandy took an immediate fondness for the dog because choose the correct option from the given question, and the story gets a mysterious twist when Lob is dead but is supposed to have visited Sandy. This was the mysterious twist of the chapter. Okay, now with the things will continue tomorrow, and up to here we have finished, and we'll see the whole chapter exercises tomorrow. Okay, so have a nice day to all. Bye everyone.